Hey y'all, I'm Chris, and this is It Worth It, y'all? And today we are done with the Every Bit Counts challenge, and we had an absolute blast. We ended up over the weekend harvesting a ton of watermelons. We had such an amazing harvest for watermelons. We didn't end up preserving any of this. We ate it fresh, but we did give a lot of it away, and we grew one of our largest watermelons. It was 17 pounds. This one was a 15 pounder, and the next one was a 17 pounder. You want to talk about a cool experience that neither one of us had ever grown true watermelons, and we just had a blast.
Today is August 29th, our final few days of the Every Bit Counts challenge, and Greg just came over and helped me do a harvest, and look at this. Man, oh man. I'm so excited. We saved some marigold seeds, 2 different types. We've got some basil, and look at this. I cannot wait to weigh these and show you how much they weigh, but they were starting to get some sun scald on them. See the difference? That's been exposed to the sun. That's why it's bleached like that. But we're excited to cut into these. These are huge. I've never grown watermelon successfully, and to be able to grow watermelon this large, I'm just flabbergasted and in such joy. Harvest some of this sage for his house. It smells good. Smell it.
I know, that's why I want it.
Heck yeah, all right. Let's get some sage. Look how pretty it is. It's a pretty purple flower too. Okay.
One more.
Oh, get like 4 more. Just go over somewhere else so you don't make a big old hole. There we go. We're harvesting herbs out of the front yard. Isn't this wild? Isn't it exciting? Got all kinds of fun stuff out here that we need to harvest. And there's figs on the fig tree. I cannot believe it. We got 2 Brad's Atomic Grape volunteers that have turned. So they start out purple and green, and then when they're ready, they turn this color. And then, look what Greg picked. All kinds of stuff. So we have mojito mint, lemon balm, lavender, and I can't remember the name of this sage, but it's sage. And then we're going to bundle up this basil, and he's going to hang all this at his house. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's going to look gorgeous.
Next on the list, we finally got some bell peppers out of the garden. Finally, loads more jalapenos. We ended up eating some of these fresh, but we ended up freezing the majority of this because we are going to use the new vegetables in some additional recipes for later this month. And there are those watermelons.
All right, last couple days of Every Bit Counts. We're going to do our maple onion jam. And I picked up this, and it needs to round top, round roast, boneless. It needs to be dealt with today. So I'm going to cut this up, put it in the jar, pressure can it in the electric canner, and put that on the shelf. So we've got the beef cut up. I've got 1 pint and 2 half pints here. So that piece made 1 pint and 2 half pints. We are going to use the book So Easy to Preserve. This is my canning Bible, and we are on page 97, and we are going to use the meat strip cube or chunks raw pack method. So I've got salt in each jar. Pack the meat in, which we've done. We've left 1 inch headspace. Here's a kicker. Do not add liquid. Wipe jars, put lids on, process for 75 minutes. So in this situation, we are not going to add liquid because the beef will extract its own liquid, and if we added liquid now, it would overflow the jar. So we'll bring you back at the 75-minute mark after it is done canning in the electric canner. If you don't have one of these, I would say put it on your list, because I think I paid 120 bucks for it, and it is just so nice to have something that you don't have to babysit, because you have to babysit that big one. This one you don't. So we have circled back to the onions. Today is August 30th. Let me clean up the watermarks on my sink because I don't like to have watermarks on my sink. So actually the sink's clean. So we've got these onions that Greg brought over the other day, and I want to process them, and we are going to make maple onion jam out of these. So I've got the onions halved. I'm using my handy dandy chopper that Greg bought me because my Vidalia one broke. And what's great about this, once you get the skin off of the onion, lay that right there and they're chopped. Yes, please. You want to talk about save your eyes and save on your knife work? I love this machine. If you don't have one, get one. I'll leave the link in the description for this exact one off of Amazon because that's where he got it. And then there they are, all nice and diced. And then I'm gonna chuck them in here. And once I get that sink finished, we're gonna turn these on and start caramelizing them. So I've got a little bit of work to do. See you in a minute when we get them all done. There we have it. That is that's a 10-quart pot. And it's up to the 8, I think. So yeah, there's all the onions. We're going to start cooking these down, and I'm going to have to go print out the recipe that I used last time. And we're going to follow the recipe. And these are going to cook like really low and slow. So this is going to take a minute. All right, we got our fire down on like low, like 4. All right, game on. And yeah, it's got me crying. Whew. These are our onions though, so I think that's cool too. That's what we grew in our backyard. Woohoo! For not filming this all the way through, but this is the maple onion jam. Let's see, let me get one so you can see what it looks like. It is gorgeous, and it tastes even better. I'll get the recipe for you. We went to our farmer's market again. This is the pretty much last week. You can get like bulk veg up here. So we only have, there's one more pint of tomato sauce downstairs. So we don't have, that's all we have, homemade. So we got another 50 pounds of tomatoes, and I'm gonna process those today, and we're gonna cook those down all day and turn it into tomato sauce. So today is August 31st. So this is our last day of the Every Bit Counts challenge. I'll bring you back. Obviously this is gonna be a while, so I'll bring you back later on tonight when it's time for us to jar up everything, because it's gonna take all day for these to cook down.
Hey y'all, this is Editing Chris, and obviously tomatoes aren't finished, so they're still in my refrigerator and I haven't touched them, and I need to get them done, so that'll probably happen today. But I just wanted to let you all know that we put up everything on our list that we had from the January challenge, and looking at what we grew, we got everything put up, and it's a blessing that we have this challenge to make sure that we fill our holes in our pantry. So like and comment if you haven't already on this video. Subscribe, it really helps the channel. We really do appreciate you hanging out with us on a regular basis. And until we see you on the next video, bye y'all.